So the exercise question we are doing, and the first question is discuss how classification system has undergone several changes over a period of time. So we know that two kingdom classification was introduced by Carolus Linnaeus, in which all the organisms with a cell wall, which irrespective to whether they are autotrophic or heterotrophic, if they had cell wall, they are included into plant, and those which do not have cell wall, they were all included into animals. So this was a very confusing classification, which include the unicellular, multicellular, prokaryotic, eukaryotic, heterotrophic, autotrophic, those which can move and those which cannot move, all together into two distinct groups. So this classification has certain things which are lacking, and that is why there was a need of a three kingdom classification. So Ernest Haeckel introduced another kingdom, that is called kingdom fungi, in which he included all the organisms which are having saprophytic or parasitic mode of nutrition, cell wall made up of chitin, and the stored food material is fat and oil. So that was given a separate kingdom, and then the prokaryotes are separately placed into kingdom Monera, and the unicellular eukaryotes were separately given as kingdom, that is called kingdom Protista. So that is how five kingdom classification is come into being. Even in several parts of the world, that there are two more domains have been added. So classification keep on changing as we get our knowledge increase, as we get little more and more elaboration, we find that it is better to give them proper class. So when the kingdom changes, along with it the phylum, class, order, genus, everything also changes. Question number 2. State 2 economically important uses of heterotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria can be symbiotic bacteria, or it can be chemosynthetic bacteria. Chemosynthetic bacteria like sulfur bacteria are used in preparing natural source of sulfuric acid. Okay. Symbiotic bacteria like nitrogen fixing bacteria, they are used for giving fertilizer. But ये दोनों जो हैं, they are not heterotrophic, they are autotrophic. तो यहाँ heterotrophic पूछा है, तो we can give methanogens which are giving us methane, ठीक है, and then they are decomposers which are decomposing the dead organic matter and returning that back to the environment. आर्की बैक्टीरिया के अंदर आप थर्मोएसिडोफिल्स ले सकते हैं, हेलोजेंस ले सकते हैं, एंड क्या कहते हैं थर्मोएसिडोफिल, हाँ, मिथेनोजेंस ले सकते हैं. So these are the, and they are having their own economic importance because जो आर्की बैक्टीरिया है उनमें पहला है थर्मोएसिडोफिल which are natural source of sulfuric acid, मिथेनोजेंस which are natural source of methane, biogas, and halogens are not giving anything like that. Question number 3. What is the nature of cell wall in diatoms? Diatoms में क्या हो रहा है? The cell wall is consisting of two equal halves which are covering one above other, just like a soap dish, and the cell wall has impregnation of silica which makes it indestructible. So even when the organism die, because of the silica is having mass, so वो नीचे settle हो जाते थे, and the cellulose portion used to decompose, but the silica used to because of the heavy pressure, that is to change into rock, which is known as diatomaceous, orthodiatomaceous rocks. So cell wall has a impregnation of silica is more important. Find out what are the term algal bloom and red tide signify. Algal bloom जो है, that is when large number of algae grows onto the surface of the water. The water turns somewhat greenish or purplish in color, and it produces so much of oxygen. During day, no problem, oxygen escapes, but during night it takes the oxygen from the water, and that leads to eutrophication. Okay, that leads to the aging of the lake. So algal bloom is not something good for the water body. It may be good for us because it is giving us oxygen, but again, if animals want to drink water or others, so they will not find a suitable condition. Red tides, as we already studied in this chapter itself, when we have studied that Gonolex is a type of dinoflagellate, and they are such a large number, red in color, तो when they are in the water, so the water appears reddish in color, and the tides which comes there, that also appears reddish in color. So that is why the name red tide is come, यहाँ पे दिया है ये, that is the red tide, third line from dinoflagellate नीचे से, तो आप देख सकते हैं। और other fourth line, the red dinoflagellates undergoes such rapid multiplication that they make the sea appear red, तो उसको नाम दिया red tide, and the toxins are released by them cause the mass death of the organisms if they come into this zone, ठीक है। Okay, next is how are viroids and different from viruses. Viroids are very smallest among all the organisms. Organisms तो खैर कह ही नहीं सकते हम, they are not living. They are consist of only RNA. They do not even have proteinous coat, ठीक है। Whereas the virus, the body of virus is made up of either DNA or RNA as a genetic material and a capsule of protein. Okay, so virus are comparatively large, first thing, and second thing, virus can have RNA or DNA, any two of these genetic material, and virus जो है that is they can be crystallized because of the protein which can be crystallized, है ना। तो these are the points. Describe briefly the four major groups of protozoa. Protozoa के चार ग्रुप हैं, that is the ciliate, flagellate and sarcodines, जिसको हम amoeboids कह देते हैं, and saprozoids. Now ciliates are those in which the locomotory organ structure जो हैं वो cilia होंगे. They are always found in water. They have got oral groove through which they take the food in, and the cilia itself is helping in the absorption of the food, ठीक है। And they got the food oral groove through which open into a what you call food vacuole, and the food vacuole will carry the digestion inside the cell with the help of enzymes or lysosomes, ठीक है। They also got the contractile vacuole for throwing the excess of water which comes in because of the endosmosis. तो वो तो हो गए सीलिएट। फ्लैजिलेट का एक एग्जांपल हमने पढ़ा, ट्रिप्नोसोमा फ्लैजिलेट. The trypanosoma is actually a pathogen which causes a disease called sleeping sickness, है ना। Then the third one is amoeboids, that is which have got pseudopodia as a moving organ, है ना। So with the help of this pseudopodia they move, and they also catch their food, ठीक है। They are also found in the fresh water as well as sea water. In any kind of water they can be found. And the fourth category, that is the sporozoan, they do not have any locomotory structure, so they are all parasites, and in the form of spores they produce sporozoids. Okay, so these are the four categories of protozoa. Plants are autotrophic. Can you think some plants which are partially heterotrophic? Yes, of course. There are some plants which are partially heterotrophic, like Cuscuta. Cuscuta is, जिसको अमरबेल कहते हैं, that is it feeds onto the other plant, taking its nutrition, ठीक है। And they do not have green color pigment. Their leaves are not green, rather they do not have leaves, and that is how they depend for their nutrition on them. Then Monotropa is there, which is actually depending on the decaying substances, so they are heterotrophic. Then there are some insectivorous plants which are feeding on insects in order to get their nitrogen content. Question number 8. What do the term phycobind and microbind signify? Yesterday's class we have studied about the lichen symbiotic association, and in which the two members were there, that is the photosynthetic part, that is cyanobacteria, and the non-photosynthetic fungal part, that is called phycobind. So phycobind जो है that stand for, नहीं, phycobind is the plant and mycobind is the fungal partner. तो phycobind यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, blue green algae, and mycobind क्या हो गया, that is fungi. तो fungi is absorbing humus and minerals and passing it to the blue green algae, and blue green algae in order to carry out photosynthesis produce food which passes to the mycobind part, that is fungi. Give a comparative account of class of kingdom fungi under following mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition अगर हम देखें, that is चार हमने देखे थे, Phycomyces, जिसके अंदर that they were mostly parasite, ठीक है, some were decaying organism, decaying. Then we studied Ascomycetes, mostly decomposers. Then we have studied क्या कहते हैं Basidomycetes. Some members were parasitic and most of the members were decomposers. And Deuteromycetes का तो कुछ पता ही नहीं है. They are today here and tomorrow they may be somewhere else. Mode of nutrition क्या होता है? That is in the Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes and Basidomycetes. All three are showing the asexual as well as sexual reproduction. Deuteromycetes, of course, sexual reproduction is not known to us. Again, but it may be possible that their sexual reproducing phase is studied under some different category because of the lack of knowledge. Today we are kept them separately, and tomorrow when we will come to know about their exact position, we will be classifying them in their categories. Question number 10. What are the characteristic feature of euglenoids? Euglenoids जो हैं they are having some special features. क्या है? पहला, that is they do not have cell wall. The cell wall की जगह पे क्या है? They are a membranous layer of protein known as pellicle. Secondly, they have got chlorophyll, which photosynthetic pigment, which will carry out photosynthesis. Thirdly, they have got two flagella, one large and a small, which will help them to locomote or move their body towards the light. ठीक है? They got a light sensitive part, centrosome का modified portion, which will identify where the light is, and then they will move towards the light for photosynthesis. ठीक है? And the fourth and the most important thing, though they are autotrophic as long as light is available, but the day they will not get light or for few days continuously they don't get light, then they switch over to the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, which may be either parasitic or saprobic. So euglena has four important features. मैंने बताया, पहला सेल वॉल की जगह वहाँ पेलिकल है, which is made up of protein. Euglena also have what you call two flagella, which is not found in the plant, so they are locomotory. तीसरा, they are light sensitive cells, which will organelle, which can detect the presence of light and they can move towards light during day for photosynthesis. And the fourth, if they are not getting light for some days, then continuously for some days, then they may switch over to the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, that is phagocytic mode or saprobic mode. Question number 11. Give a brief account of virus with respect to their structure, nature, genetic material, and also name 4 common viral diseases. हाँ, ये तो क्वेश्चन 5 नंबर का बन गया. Give brief account of viruses. So virus क्या है? Virus are an enigma between living and non-living. We cannot call them living because they do not have life processes. जो 4 life process पढ़े थे ना क्लास 10th में, that is that nutrition, respiration, transport and excretion. None of these are found in them. So if these are not there, how can we define that they are living? So they are not living, but they have one unique property which is of living property, that is reproduction. They can increase their number, they can multiply their number. So that is how they sometimes confuse us that they are living. And for this kind of reproduction, they are using cellular machinery of our body, host body. Whichever organ they are living as a parasite, in that host cell they will be using their cell organelle for their own mechanism. So first thing तो ये हो गया, that is what virus are. Virus are obligate parasite, होंगे सबके सब parasite. No virus have any other mode of nutrition. They are always parasite. ठीक है? They do not have any machinery of their own. They do not have any cell organelle. We cannot call them living because they are not showing those four processes. But they are confusing us by a feature of living, that is reproduction. They can reproduce. तो ये तो हो गया brief account of the virus with respect to their structure. अब बात करते हैं structure. The structure of the virus is always made up of a capsule of protein. ठीक है? And a genetic material. Genetic material can be either DNA or RNA. There are two type of viruses are there, that is the DNA or RNA. And when it is genetic material as RNA, we call them as a retrovirus, because they will have to follow a reverse system than the conventional system. Conventional system क्या कर रहा है? That is DNA will make RNA and RNA will make protein. It is found in those in which the DNA is genetic material. But there are some viruses in which RNA is the genetic material. So from this RNA they will first make DNA, and from the DNA they will make RNA and protein. So this is called reverse transcription. And such organism in which genetic material is RNA instead of DNA, they are called retrovirus. And one of the famous example of retrovirus is HIV. ठीक है? Tobacco mosaic virus is also retrovirus. So retrovirus has some unique genetic material as RNA, and they have a unique step which is not found in the other organism. That is, they make DNA, RNA to DNA, and then they follow the normal system, that is DNA to RNA and protein. So that is about their structure and their genetic material. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया वायरस के बारे में. एंड देन वायरस कॉज नंबर ऑफ डिजीजेस. व्हाट डिजीजेस विच आर कॉज बाय वायरस, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द हेड, meningitis. If we talk about the eye, conjunctivitis. If we talk about the nose, it is flu, cold and cough. If we talk about liver, it is hepatitis. ठीक है. And if we talk about the disease, the most dangerous disease, that is HIV, AIDS, and then smallpox is there, chickenpox is there, rabies is there, polio is there, and what you call influenza is there. So there are a number of diseases which are caused by virus. And the most dangerous one, how can we forget the COVID-19? ठीक है, तो वो तो अभी उसने एड्स को भी फेल कर दिया है. नाउ एड्स, पीपल फॉरगॉट अबाउट द एड्स. नाउ दे आर ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट कोविड. Okay, question number 12, the last question. Organize a discussion in your class on a topic, are virus living and non-living? So we can have discussion. सब तो वहीं पे बैठे हैं प्लेटफॉर्म पे. Let us see how much you can speak.